The National Fire Incident Reporting System, NFIRS, has been collecting data in the current 5.0 format since 1999. The NFIRS National Database contains approximately 300 million incidents, and only a small portion of those incidents were converted from the previous 4.1 format collected in the 1980s and 1990s. In addition to fire incident data, there is hazmat, EMS, and casualty-related data that fire departments report to NFIRS. Now that's a data warehouse, and we're going to show you how to tap that data with a few clicks of the mouse using the new NFIRS Data Warehouse reports. All you need is an account with permissions to use the NFIRS Data Warehouse, an internet connection and a browser such as Internet Explorer, and to participate in the National Fire Incident Reporting System. The NFIRS Data Warehouse is actually a copy of the production NFIRS database that is refreshed each 24 hours, so your report results will be near real-time. The USFA's National Fire Data Center provides over 70 standard reports, each with carefully planned calculation methods to prevent erroneous or double counting, and that will provide output reports in a uniform way. Unlike the existing NFIRS Summary Output Reports tool, or the SORT, the NFIRS Data Warehouse reports can include release data from states and fire departments other than your own. You will quickly become familiar with the report categories such as summary, management, fire causes, and the very useful data quality reports. The front end, or interface, for the NFIRS Data Warehouse is an application called SAP Business Objects. You won't have to learn business objects, and you won't have to learn SQL query language or how to format a report. You only need to learn the workflow to run the standard reports and know what your objective is for a report. In the future, if your level of training and schedule allows, perhaps then you can create custom queries or reports of your own. A word of caution: when you get your data warehouse account activated, don't just jump in. Those of us who couldn't resist that temptation to just log in and see what the application could do found it unproductive and even frustrating. Business Objects is a powerful data query and analysis tool, and we strongly recommend users take it one step at a time and become familiar with the features necessary for running the standard reports before requesting additional permissions or even using it as a data export tool. Learn first where to click, where to find the reports, and how to save them. This training was developed specifically to introduce users to the interface and develop the workflow from start to finish. After reviewing the training, your reports and data mining time will be better spent. Let's start by reviewing the NFIRS Data Warehouse application and the workflow for running a report. After successful login to the NFIRS Data Warehouse, the default home screen displays. At first, the sections will be blank here, but as you begin working with reports, these sections will fill up with links to reports that you have viewed recently, reports that you generated recently, and reports that you scheduled for delivery to your Business Intelligence Inbox, or BI Inbox. The Alerts function is disabled in the NFIRS Data Warehouse, so this section should remain blank. In the upper left are two tabs to use for navigation between the home screen and the Documents tab. In Business Objects terminology, reports are documents. The Documents tab contains the reports themselves, and we will look at this in greater detail in the Standard Reports tutorial and the Quick Start user guides. In the right, in the title bar area, you will see the name associated with your account, the Applications drop-down menu, which most users will not need to use. Only users with full permissions to create new reports and publish them will use the Web Intelligence application. A link to the Preferences screen enables you to adjust basic settings for Business Object screen display. Details are in the NFIRS DW Quick Start user guides. The Help menu has not been customized for the NFIRS Data Warehouse, so its information is specific to SAP Business Object features, and it's a little on the technical side. Some of its topics can be helpful to NFIRS users, however, but do keep in mind that the Quick Start guides that the USFA put together are NFIRS specific and focus on the standard reports of the data warehouse. All users will use the log off link to end their business objects session and then close the browser. The search capability, one field located in the upper right and the second search link down in the lower left, are not enabled for the NFIRS data warehouse, so you will not use these search fields. As you can see, the Business Objects interface contains links that are not necessary for generating and saving reports. In fact, to run a standard report, you must be aware of only 3 or 4 interface features and icons. Let's go through the workflow of scheduling and running a report so you can see how easy it is. We'll use the monthly incident count report located in a folder named Incidents. So, where is that folder and where are the reports? Well, remember, in Business Objects, reports are documents. We're on the Documents tab. Look down in the lower left and use the Folders link to change the sidebar view and display the subfolders. We'll expand Public Folders, expand NFIRS, expand Standard Reports folder, and there we will see the Incidents folder. These other folders are categories also and contain reports that you can run. When we click on the Incidents folder, its contents will display on the right side. These are all reports you can run that are in the Incidents category. A nice feature of Business Objects is the hover and the descriptions that display whether you hover on a report link and see the quick description of the report, or whether you hover on an icon or a menu selection. Another good feature of Business Objects is the right click of the mouse. When you right click the mouse, an Actions menu comes up. In general, what you will do to run a report is schedule it. If the report, however, is for a small data set and a simple query, the view action can be used and the report will run while you wait. The USFA recommends scheduling all reports, though, because there are more options up front in addition to better performance. When you use the schedule command, a schedule window will open, and there are several factors that you must set for each report. Here you can change the name of the report, you can change when and how often it is generated, you will modify the report's basic filters, which in Business Objects are referred to as prompts. These are the filters such as the date range. You will choose the states and the departments that will be included in the report, and of course the status of incidents such as valid, invalid, released, or unreleased. And each report has slightly different filters or prompts. When you're done making your selections, always scroll down and hit the Apply button to apply those filters to this report instance. Before you schedule it, you may want to choose your format then, or accept the default, which is the Web Intelligence format, and later decide whether you want to export a PDF or Excel or CSV file format. There's nothing you need to do with caching, events, or the scheduling server group, but you do want to select a destination. Most users will find that the Business Intelligence inbox will be adequate. And you simply select your name for it and then hit Schedule. Be sure to refer to the Quick Start guides on the destination and the formats. There's a lot of good information there, and Business Objects has some handy features for report delivery. After you hit the Schedule button, the history window will display. But there's nothing you need to do on this screen. You may want to check the status of your report here. Click the Refresh button if you've been waiting a while and see it change to running. Or you may want to simply use the X in the History Windows pop-up to close that screen. You'll be returned to the list of reports where you can run another one, or set another one to be scheduled, or check to see if your report is done by going to the Home tab. And if you selected that Business Intelligence inbox, your report will be listed here in this section in the right. Simply click on the link. A new report tab will open as the screen refreshes, and your results will display. Use the sidebar link on the far right to scroll to see all the results on this page, and down in the bottom, use the page selector to view every page of the report. You can change your preferences to display the report results in different ways. The Quick Start Guides has details, and you may just want to change your preferences and see which works better for you. Note the tabs at the bottom of the report. The Parameters tab contains the conditions and filters you selected when scheduling the report. Use the scroll bar at the far right to view all the information on this tab. You can double-check the filters that you selected and locate the timestamp and other information about the report. To return to the results, click the other tab. Now, what do you do if you want to keep the report results? There are two ways to save reports and their results in Business Objects, and it's easiest to explain them in terms of users' permissions. Users with full permissions, users who can create and write reports and publish them to the Business Objects server, can select the Save icon and the Save As option, and then specify the My Favorites folder. This is a folder that they created in the Business Objects server. Users with read-only permissions will select the Export icon and then select Export Document As. You can choose a format here, PDF, Excel, CSV, or text, and then continue saving the report to your computer as it prompts you for the download and the save location. If the data set was large, or it was a very complex report, it may take a moment or two for Business Objects to compile the results and prepare them for download. It will also depend on your internet connection, your network traffic, how long it will take before you see the computer prompt for the download and save. Depending on your settings, this may vary a little bit. Proceed with saving the file to your hard drive, renaming it as you like. And then closing the download box. If you're done with this report, click the X on its tab. Do not close your browser. You will be returned to the list of reports where you can pick another one to schedule and run, or you can go to your home screen and view some other reports. Once you become accustomed to the workflow, you will be able to generate reports quickly and retrieve them at a time and method convenient to you. There is no need to learn or use every feature in the Business Objects application to run detailed NFIRS summary and analytical reports.